The people have spoken. Again. Well, no helping it. I guess it's time to once again watch some horny crap, since you people really want to see me suffer. I swear some of you want to turn me into an alcoholic with these votes. The only saving grace being that I'm not the only one suffering this time, as I share this pain with Speedy Boy, Consumer and the Animate. The idea was that we'd watch an anime, the same one mind you, that you people voted for and release a review of it at the same time. So if you wish to see the fruits of thine labour in voting for Inukai-san's dog, the links to the other guys' videos will be in the description and the pinned comment below. And now, to further push back the pain, and while I'm still not entirely lost out of my mind in an effort to forget what I saw when watching my life as Inukai-san's dog, a quick word from the channel partner, Vittujenkevat. They're a Finnish jewelry and household item brand specializing in high-quality, handcrafted and cruelty-free items with the humorous theme of genitalia. Products ranging from gold and silver necklaces and earrings to cookie cutters, mugs and bedsheets. Head over there now and get 10% of your entire purchase at vittujenkevat.fi by using the link in the description and pinned comment, or by using the code AddedCheese at checkout. And now, since I can't think of any other reason to push it any further, let's talk about my life as Inukai-san's dog. The trashiest ecchi of 2023, and a show I genuinely wish I never saw. I made a first impressions on it after the first episode a year ago when it started airing, and back then I gave it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe, just maybe, there was some saving grace to what was otherwise just a softcore with a really dodgy premise. And now, having been forced to watch it, I can confidently say that no, there is, in fact, no saving grace to this steaming turd of an anime. Well, maybe the fact that it's just 10 minutes per episode, meaning that if you, for some peculiar reason, want to feel your brain cells dying in real time by watching it, the pain will only last you around 2 hours for the entire run, but that isn't much of a comfort if I'm being totally honest. And since some of you might still not be convinced that this is one of those shows that you definitely should skip, let me provide you with the premise in all of its idiocy. Imagine if you had a run-in with the proverbial truckun in the form of a spiked piece of chocolate, but instead of the sweet release of death, you'd get isekai'd, sort of.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Into being your school crush's dog.
No! God, please, no! No!
This then leads to fun and interesting doggy-themed adventures. If only. It doesn't. It really fucking doesn't. The main character, if you can call him that, Pochita, had the great misfortune of being adopted by a person who is far too into dogs. And not in the oh look a cute doggy kind of way, but in the zoophile kind of way. Something that weirdly seems to be socially acceptable in this world. Either that, or all of the characters, with the possible exception of Nekotani, are beyond having a few screws loose, and it's more like they are short on the entire toolkit. The show is full-on doggy kink, from collars to sitting on command to more explicit things. Naturally, with the usual anime insistence that the concept of sex does not exist, and kissing is somehow the lewdest thing one can do, and for once, I can be wholeheartedly thankful for that. The whole thing honestly ends up being just a hot mess that is chock full of those dumb, ecchi accidents where any and all common sense is voided immediately. Obviously, the show still insists on shoving the theme of dogs into everything, all the while trying to pander to every possible form of degeneracy out there, and it just really doesn't work. People and dogs make idiotic choices in order for the story, if you can call it that, to have an excuse for some lewdness. Choices that are so far removed from any semblance of real decision making, or even the ability to think and breathe at the same time, that it's just painful to watch. And because of it, the suspense of disbelief is gone from the word go, and it just ends up being like watching a nonsensical train wreck happen in slow motion that takes all of 2 hours to conclude. Think of it like this. This is an ecchi, right? What makes an ecchi good? Well, if you are above the age of 15, it's sure shit on the titties. It's everything else that keeps you entertained among the titties, since you are looking for an entire series, not just for fat material. At least I hope you are if you're watching this shit. No, we don't judge on this channel. If you're into this, you do you. Anyway, back on topic. Take Interspecies Reviewers and the Harem in Another World's Labyrinth for examples, and yes, there is a reason why I chose these two specifically. They are both by the same studio, so it's not the execution that suffers, it's something else. And so, one is remembered as a degenerate's dream and the other one as hot garbage that managed to somehow be even worse at the ecchi side than it was at the terrible excuse for an isekai story. And that is the key. In the modern world where people are getting increasingly desensitized by the sheer amount of adult content available, you need something beyond that to shine. Of course, shock value is one option, but good luck competing with Redo of Healer in that department if you happen to be an anime. Instead, it makes a lot more sense to write compelling characters or a great story that uplifts the entire product to new heights. And naturally, Inukai-san's dog failed on both accounts, and instead tried the shock value route with the whole dog theme. And to their credit, it did work to a degree, since Twitter did pick it up as a thing to go re-at for all of 1 week, and then the whole thing was dead and buried when Onimai started and they had a new thing to be angry at. And it was dead and buried for a very good reason. There's just no content to the anime beyond the dodgy premise. Well, I guess if you like dogs in that way, sure, but that isn't the experience of the general populace. The characters have no soul and only exist to fulfill their given tropes, the premise makes no sense, plot points just come and go whenever it's convenient, and nothing is ever explained. Why are these people so into dogs? Why does Karen hate people? Why did this girl turn the guy into a dog? Fucked if I know. Nothing in the show makes any sense, no matter what way you try to twist it. Hell, it doesn't even look good. Sure, the animation isn't terrible, but it being the only thing that even manages to reach the level of mediocrity speaks volumes of just how crap the rest of it is. I really wasn't kidding when I said that this is an anime that makes you feel your brain cells die as you watch it. 2 out of 10, at least it gave us some memes, I guess. Should you watch it? No, just don't. You'll be far happier for it.
もうなんつうかこれからは自販機
I would normally say that I hope you enjoyed that, but somehow I doubt you did. I most certainly did not. But if you at least got a few laughs out of that, you can always subscribe to the channel for more anime goodness. Like this if you liked it, dislike if you didn't, and if you, for some reason, really liked it, you can always become a channel member to get access to the content early, as well as some other nice perks. Share this with friends, and if that wasn't enough cheese for you, you can always look for the links in the description, you know, Twitch, Twitter, and the like. I also do other content, and while you're down there, why not check out the channel partners at vittujenkevat out as well. With this, I have been Cheese, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.